Okay, so would you like to do towels today? So, yeah, all right, let's use a towel. So, Sandra, I don't think you've joined us before. It doesn't have to be a fancy towel. It could be a belt, a pillowcase. I tend to use these cooling towels or a scarf because they're nice and long. So we'll get a lot of good stretching in with this. All right, let me go ahead and back up here. And as Kim and I were just talking about, we are going to get warm. But actually, you know what? Before we do the towel, let's just start off with some nice big arm circles, because that's always good. So thumbs facing up, and let's just circle backwards, kind of squeeze those shoulder blades. We'll start off nice and big, and then we'll get them a little bit smaller. And yes, I am very sore from my own shenanigans yesterday, but that's all right. Self-inflicted, don't feel bad for me. Let's make them a little bit smaller, but keep squeezing those shoulder blades and kind of looking up towards the ceiling. And then let's get a little bit bigger. I swear these never get old. They're good, so good. All right, a little bit smaller. And then we're gonna get bigger one more time. Oh yeah, that's better. All right, now shake them out and go ahead and put your fingertips on top of your shoulder blades. And we're just gonna circle back with the elbows for a second. Okay, so really kind of open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Oh, there's something magical about that. All right, let's get 5 more of those. All right, and go ahead and shake them out. And now we'll use the towel. So I'm gonna start off with wrapping it about shoulder width apart. And I'm gonna start with those nice big giant backward steps. So you don't have to turn it into a lunge if you don't want to, but you're gonna lift over your head, take a step back, kind of sink down, keep good tension on the towel. So you can kind of feel the shoulder blades pulling each time. Okay, step it back, pull up at the same time, like you're trying to pull the towel apart. This is supposed to counteract sitting. Every time you step back, I want you to think about squeezing that back butt cheek. Let's go maybe 3 more on each side. All right, on this last one, kind of hover for a second. Keep that back butt cheek squeezed. And I want you to do a little side bend, pulling on the towel. We're not going to stay there for too long because my legs are sore, and I'm sure yours are too. All right, right here, squeeze that back butt cheek. Little side bend. All right, and stand it up. And then we're gonna go right into kind of a squat and reach. So bring it right to your chest. You're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades when you're standing. As you sink your hips back, just reach it forward. And once again, pull on the towel. Stand up, squeeze those shoulder blades, pull it right across your chest. Okay, let's try 10 of those. Ideally, just sinking your hips back, trying not to strain your legs. All right, I think that's 7. Let's try 3 more here. And 3. All right, stand it all the way up. And we're gonna do a little rotation, but before we do, reach everything up. Kind of reach your hands behind your head. Reach forward, separate your shoulder blades, and then reach back up, trying to get your arms just behind your head. Sorry, you can't see my hand. Suddenly I'm tall, or not. All right, right here, go side to side just a little bit. All right, bring the arms down, and we are gonna do some rotation. Keep a nice tension on your towel. We're gonna come here, and I want you to come across the other way. This time we're doing it slow, and I want you to pull on that lead hand so you get a nice stretch behind that following shoulder blade. Oh, yeah. Let's do 3 more to this side. And I want you to just pause right there for a second. Feel that really good pull behind that shoulder blade. All right, bring it back to the top. The hands kind of behind your ears again. All right, and let's take that the other way. So here, nice and controlled. Give it a good pull. Let's get 3 more. All right, and pause right there for a second. Oh, that looks kind of weird, but that's all right. All right, bring it back up. One more time, side to side. Oh, relax it down. Kind of roll down. Let everything hang down just for a second. All right, reach it back up here. All right, I'm gonna go legs nice and wide. So I will get on the floor eventually, I promise. I'm gonna go a little bit closer. So a little bit closer than shoulder width. And what we're gonna do here is sink one hip back, reach up and forward, find a really good inner thigh stretch. Just a different pull on those shoulder blades. Just sink that hip back. All right, let's go 3 more to each side. All right. Now I'm gonna put this around my neck for a second. I'm coming back over this way. Grab onto your foot, pin your forearm, I can't see that with the towel, and reach up and rotate. Eyes follow your hand. Nice static stretch there for the shoulder blades. And then take it to the other side. Grab onto that foot, pin your forearm inside that knee, and reach up and look up. All right. Bring the feet a little bit closer. Ooh, I love this one. Sink all the way down. And you're just gonna kind of push your elbows against the inside of your knees and just rotate a little bit. It's a really good way to open up the hips. All right. And then keeping a little bit of tension, I'm gonna grab this towel again and slowly stand it all the way up. Oh, that feels good. All right, I'm gonna hold on to this on one hand and we're gonna get a couple crazy circles right here. And then take it to the front. All right, switch hands. And take that one to the front. Woo, that feels good. All right, bring it right back here. We're gonna do one more thing standing up with this, and then we're gonna get on the floor. All I want you to do here is you're gonna slightly bend one leg, straighten out the other one. Take your towel, we're starting with shoulder blades squeezed at your chest. You're gonna brush down the front of your leg, and then reach and scoop all the way back up. Bring it back to your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades and go right back down the front of your leg. Okay, we're gonna get 10 of those on each side. I'll call that 2. All right, there's 7. Let's get 3 more. You should be feeling a good hamstring stretch as well as what it's doing for your shoulders. All right, let's take it right to the other side. So again, brush down the front of that leg And reach all the way up. Slight bend in the other leg. Y'all, I lost count, darn it. All right, we're gonna call that 7 and we'll do 3 more. And 3. All right. Okay, I'm gonna grab my mat here. And first thing, actually, I'm gonna come into a tall kneeling position, but then we're gonna go half kneel. And let's take your towel behind your head. And you're just gonna let your head relax back into it just for a second. Because boy, that feels good. Oh, here comes my coach. All right. Hi, Pumpkin. I know. I'm on her mat, you know, so. All right. Let's go into a half kneeling position. And I'm going to take the towel a little bit closer again. Wrapping it, still keeping some good tension. All I want you to do is you're going to lean in and squeeze that back butt cheek. And then sink it back. Separate your shoulder blades when you come back. And then when you lean in, again, reach up, pull on the towel, squeeze that back glute. Come forward. If you're doing this without a towel, that's okay too. Just a little extra tension and it feels nice. All right, let's get one more like that. Then keep your hands there. Come back to about 90 degrees. Keep that back butt cheek squeezed. And we're just gonna do a little side bend right here. All right, bring your arms down. You can set the towel down for a second. Pin your forearm on the front leg. And let's open up the other way. Eyes follow your hand. All right, come back to the middle. I'm gonna drop that for a second. And let's go both hands straight out front. And you're gonna open up like Pac-Man to one side and then open up the other way. Actually, we call it sunrise and sunset. Open up, eyes follow your hand. Trying to just move at the shoulders. Let's get one more on each side. All right, and then let's put your hands behind your ears. You're gonna try to open up your chest, and we're gonna do a side-to-side rotation just at the shoulders. Resist the urge to bring the elbows together. All right, one more each way. All right, and then I want you to straighten out that front leg. We did some of these standing with the towel, but we're just gonna do 3. Reach down, hinge at the shoulders, circle the arms. You should feel that in your hamstring and of course in the arms as well. All right, pause right here. Interlace your fingers, reach everything up. Take it to the side just a little bit. All right, before we switch sides, I'm gonna take this leg now out to the side, hands just in front. And all we're gonna do here to start with is just rotate that foot towards the ceiling and back down towards the floor. It's gonna get into places in our hips we didn't know we had. All right, then I want you to try to sink everything back onto the foot that's behind you and reach forward. And come on up, take this arm, reach it underneath. I'm trying to sink down again. You're trying to kind of grab the floor with your elbow, and you should feel a really good pull behind that shoulder blade. Oh yeah, that's better. All right, come on back up. And let's go forward with the other foot. And rewrap the towel. So once again, we're gonna lean in, pulling up on the shoulder blades, squeeze that back butt cheek, lean back, and separate the shoulder blades when you lean back. All right, one more like that. And then come back to about 90 degrees. Keep that back butt cheek squeezed. And let's get a little side bend with a good pull on your towel. And bring it all the way down. Pin the front forearm and let's open up the other way. Eyes follow your hand. All right, and set your towel down. And let's bring the hands out front. We got our sunrise sunset here with our arms. Eyes follow your hands each way. Y'all get my little cute sleeping coach here behind me today. One more each way. All right, interlace your fingers, pull it up. And then hands behind your ears. Once again, try to squeeze your shoulder blades, open up your chest. We're going side to side, trying not to let your elbows come together. It's hard. One more each way. All right. And let's go ahead and straighten out this front leg as opposed to which other front leg. And reach down, reach up. Let's just get 3 this way. And interlace your fingers, pull everything up right there. And let's take this leg out to the side. Oh, goodness. I'm laughing at myself. All right, rotate that foot towards the ceiling and back down towards the floor. All right, then try to sink everything back. Reach forward at the same time. Hi, pumpkin. Oh, wow, look at that. She thinks it's time to play. She doesn't usually do this, right? Oh, reach the other arm underneath. Woo! Wow, y'all even get a little butt scratch there. All right, let's actually come on hands and knees. Hi, sweetheart. Look out, please. All right. She never does that. Kim, can I get a witness? This one never pays attention to me on the floor. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna reach opposite arm and leg. Bring that arm out to the side. Come down and switch. And when you do that, I want you to squeeze the butt cheek of the leg you're lifting and try to get as long as you can. Of course, I'm always trying to get taller. That was pretty cute though. All right, let's go 2 more of these on each side with a big reach. All right. Good chance I just lost count again. That's okay. All right, right back here. We're gonna do once again with the elbow behind one ear this time. Bring it down and then rotate up. Try to let your eyes follow your hand or follow your elbow, I should say. We're trying to get that elbow to point towards the ceiling, ideally. Let's get 2 more on this side. And then take the arm out straight. You're gonna bring it underneath and then open up with your arm straight. Let's do 5 of those. Arm comes underneath like threading the needle and open up. And 5. All right, let's take that to the other side. Elbow first, bring it down and rotate up. One more here, and then straighten out the arm, bring it underneath, and open up straight. Last one there. All right, let's go knees a little bit wider, feet together, and we're gonna interlace our hands and take everything forward, sink your hips back. Feel that really good pull on your shoulders. Oh, that is magic. All right, we're gonna do 2 more things like that. Next one, I want you to reach across your body. Okay, so diagonal, grab the other hand, and then you're gonna take your hip towards the side of the hand that's on the bottom. All right, come on up, take it the other way. Diagonal reach across the other side, and hip goes towards the hand that's on the bottom. All right, and I almost forgot, if you still have your towel handy, grab it, come back into a half kneel, and we're gonna try to put that towel underneath your back foot. This is always fun. This is, I think, one of the easier ways to try to get your foot close to your butt. Oh yeah. All right, so you're gonna try to get your foot as close to your butt as you can. Squeeze that butt cheek, and you're trying to balance the other arm on that front leg, which should increase the amount of stretch you feel in the front of that thigh. All right, set that down. Let's get the other side. Ideally, yeah, grabbing it with the opposite hand. Woo, try to get that foot as close to your butt as you can. And pin that forearm. All right, gently set it down. Woo, and let's actually go ahead and lay down. Take in your towel, let's wrap it around one foot. Oh, that's a good one. All right, so holding on to it, let's raise the other leg up and down 5 times. So you should be getting a nice static hamstring and calf stretch on the leg you're holding. All right, one more here. And then I want you to take this leg, you're gonna go across your body. Oh, laughing at myself. All right, trying to keep the arm on the floor. If you want to give it a little pull, you can. And then let's take it to the middle. You're gonna try to hug the knee to your chest. I'm still holding onto the towel on my foot. Let's rock just a little bit. All right, set that leg down. And let's take this leg the opposite direction. Oh, ideally trying to keep this hip on the floor. That's where the struggle is. All right, bring it back to the middle. Hug that knee to your chest. Let's rock just a little bit, and then we're going to take it to the other side. All right. Wrapping the towel around the other foot. Get a nice, hopefully static stretch of your calf and your hamstring. And let's lift this one up and down. One more. All right, let's take it this way. Ooh. Try to keep this arm down. And you can pull a little bit towards your head if you want to. Don't force it. And let's bring it to the middle. Oh, goodness. And rock just a little bit. This might be my favorite because my glutes are cement. All right. Right here, let's take the leg now the other direction. Trying to keep this hip on the floor. Give it a little pull if you want to. And back towards the middle. Oh, see if you get a better stretch this time. Little rock back and forth. All right, set your towel down. And then I'm gonna take one leg down. This one, I'm gonna kick it across my body and back the other way. Okay, kick it across and back. Try to keep the arms where they are. And then bring it straight up. You're gonna try to just touch to one side and touch to the other. Touch and touch. One more. Whew. And other side. Kick it. Kick it. I'm not gonna be a rockette. What do you think? Probably not. All right, one more kick to each side. And lift it straight up. And touch. 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 Woo, one more. All right. Oh, bring those knees to 90 degrees. Keep your hands where they are. And I just want you to let your hips gently fall side to side, all together. One more each direction. All right, go ahead and set your feet down. Woo. All right, actually, let's go hands right behind your hamstrings. Let's roll yourself up. I didn't realize what time it was getting to be. All right, come into a tall kneel. Last couple quick things that we'll do here. And that is, I want you to take one hand, pat yourself on the back between your shoulder blades, and then grab that elbow and take everything to the side. Interlace your fingers, reach everything up towards the ceiling. Let's go side to side this way. We'll get the other arm and we might have to call it good. All right, pat yourself on the back with the other arm. Grab that elbow and take everything to the side. All right, last time, reach everything up. And stand it up. I'd love to roll around on the floor with you a little bit longer, but. All right, kids.